Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you, good people, for joining. Happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday. How are you doing? How are you doing, guys? How are you doing, guys? Yes, kabisa. Happy Friday, guys. How are you doing? How are you doing? If this is your first time in this platform, kindly consider subscribing. Kindly consider subscribing. We can also like the live. We can also like the live. Hoping that everyone is doing well this Good Friday. For those that are new here, guys, kindly consider subscribing, guys. Kindly consider subscribing. Let's take this channel to 2K subscribers, guys. Riam, hi. How are you doing? How are you doing, guys? I'm fine, Liam. Please say hi. Hi, Liam. How are you doing? How are you doing? I'm also fine, Liam. I'm also doing very fine. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you also for voting. Guys, between the two, which one do you believe greatly contributes to maturity? Is it experience? Is it age? Or is it none? Let me know. I'm fine. Liam is saying he is absolutely fine. It's my first time to a streamer talking to me. Wow, that's so good, with a lot of love. Thank you so much, Liam, and everyone else. If you are here and this is your first time, guys, don't go without subscribing. Don't go without subscribing. I will always appreciate, guys. Liam, I'm also fine, and thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. So guys, that's our topic today. Thank you also for the like. I liked and I subbed. Thank you so much, with a lot of love for that great love. Agatha J here. Hi too. How are you today, Agatha? Happy Friday, and everyone else. How are you doing today? Of course I do. Of course I do. Of course, yeah, the first time I read the name Agatha, then it just came back to my mind that you used to attend my lives, and it's so nice to see you back once again. How are you doing today? Liam, are you a Kenyan? Of course, I'm a Kenyan. Yes. Thank you so much, Agatha. Thank you so much, and everyone else. Yeah, Riam, I'm a Kenyan. Located in Nairobi. What about you? Wow, that's so nice. Where are you coming from, Liam? Where are you coming from? Thank you so much, guys, and thank you for joining. I can see between the two, which one do you believe greatly contributes to maturity? Is it experience? Is it age? Is it none? Oh, Nax Vegas. How is Nakuru? How is Nax? Nax is such a very clean city. You know, there was a time that I used to. Be in Nax. Yeah, Mile Sita. That's where I used to live. Yeah, I used to live in Nakuru, Mile Sita. So I know a little bit of Nax. I used to work. Remember the donation I told you? Yeah, of course I do. I do. Agatha, I do. I do recall. I do recall. And guys, thank you so much for always watching my my video. I have a lot of videos, and we are almost to monetization, guys. When we do our monetization, I think we'll be able to do more as a channel. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much, Agatha. I still remember, everyone who joins on my platform, even just saying hi, I always remember them. Yeah. Wow, thank you for keeping the promise, eh? Agatha, thank you for keeping the promise. It's always a very nice thing to always say that you are going to do something, and then at the end of the day, you don't just walk away without doing that thing. Yeah. I know, Agatha, once the platform is monetized, I know you are going to make a donation, and then from there now, maybe we can be able to start probably touching more lives in our society. That would always be my joy, and that would always be that. I think that one. I'm back from the US, and I'll send you something for Christmas. Wow, thank you so much with a lot of love. Thank you so much with a lot of love. Yeah, my details are always captured in my profile. Yeah, like 20 Gs, I think. Wow, I'll really appreciate. I will really appreciate. No, I will really appreciate. Yeah, you can always get my details just in my profile. All the details are there. All the details are there. So if you wanna support, I would always be very grateful. Agatha and everyone else, I'd always be very grateful. You know. Wow, how is US? How is the US? Wow, for most of us that we are always here in Kenya, we always hear the US, various states, you know, and we are always excited to understand how people are faring on, especially maybe when they are in foreign land. Yeah. Okay, I have to go. We are at Masai Mara and my kids are calling me. Okay, it's okay, Agatha. May God bless you and may you have a great night. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, if it's good, that's our happiness here back at home. Wow, I'm good to, I'm very excited to understand that you are at home, when you are in Kenya. Okay, bye too. Thank you so much, and may you have a great time, you know. May you have a great time and be blessed. Thank you so much. Thank you so much with a lot of love. Liam, I'm still here. Yeah, Liam, I was saying there was a time that I used to be in Nakuru. Yeah, there was a time that I used to be in Nakuru. Okay, bye. Thank you so much, Agatha. And may God bless you abundantly. Yeah, Liam, I know a little bit of Nakuru. Uh, Nakuru is such a very good place, eh? A very, and I saw life in Nakuru to be very much affordable. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. If you are here and this is your first, kindly guys, do not forget to subscribe to this platform, and you can as well contribute to our today's topic. We are having such an interesting topic, eh? Yeah, between experience and age, which one do you believe greatly contributes to maturity? That's our question today. Between experience and age, which one do you believe greatly contributes to maturity? K2 official, hello, hi, how are you doing today? Good Friday. How are you doing today, K2 official? Thank you so much for joining. I have to go. Riam, have a great time. Have a great time, and always keep on joining each and every day. We are always here doing a live stream. Thank you so much, Liam, and may God also bless you abundantly. Thank you so much. Okay, bye too. Thank you so much, and may God bless you abundantly. K2 official, hi too. How are you doing? How are you doing this Good Friday, and everyone else? How are you doing this Good Friday and everyone else? Let me know, guys, how you are doing. how you are doing. Okay, thank you so much, Liam. May you have a fantastic evening. You know, here those for those that are maybe in East African time. It's already 8 p.m. guys. It's already 8 p.m. That's the reason why I'm telling my good friend Liam to have a great night. Yeah, to have a great night, guys. K2 official, how are you doing? How are you doing? And everyone else, let me know, guys. Know who is here. Let me know who is here. And guys, I'm going to appreciate. I'm going to appreciate. So guys, let's keep on voting between experience and age. Which one do you which one do you greatly believe contributes to maturity? That's our question today. That's a question today. And does maturity come with age? That's what we really want to understand. That maturity really comes with age. That's another thing that we really want to understand this great day. It has always been said that maturity does not automatically, uh, you know, yeah, that's a very rich understanding that we have to understand that maturity does not really automatically come with age. Yeah. You might be 20 years age, but maybe you are reasoning as a father. You see, you might be 50 years age, old, I mean, but at the end of the day, your reasoning might be, very different from what people may expect. And therefore, we cannot really say that maturity really comes with age, but there is that general relation whereby we might say that maybe as someone advances in age, yeah, since they have more experience, we can really say that their mode of thinking, their mode of maybe addressing issues, maybe their mode of interacting with others, and all these things, we can really attribute them to what we might say. Thank you so much for the like. We can always say that as they advance in age, as they have more experience, we can really say that they should be more mature. Yeah, but automatically it's not something that is guaranteed. Yeah, it's not something that is always guaranteed, that each and every time maybe you are advancing in age, we cannot be able to guarantee that the more we are advancing, the more we are becoming more mature. That's the reason why I have said that you might find that maybe someone is 20 years of age, but at the end of the day, their reasoning is very, very different. Yeah, they can be able even to reason, maybe even to someone that maybe might be their father or their mother. So reasoning or maturity that does not really come with age. But age, as we have said, it can be seen as a critical factor, especially when we say that that someone should be able to think better and someone should be able to reason in a more better way. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for joining. If this is your first time, guys, as always, kindly consider subscribing. Let's take the channel to 2K subscribers, guys. Let's take the channel to 2K subscribers, guys. You can also contribute to our today's topic. This is where we are asking a very simple question, or we are asking a very simple issue. Between experience and age, which one do you believe greatly contributes to maturity? Between experience and age, which one do you greatly believe contributes to maturity? From the poll, I can see experience 50%. People are saying The more you have more experience, the more maybe you should be able to be more mature. You see, others are saying age in such a way that the more you get advanced or the more you get more old, the more maybe you should be able to, to be more mature or even to handle issues in a more better way. You know, it's all about your views, guys. It's all about your views, which are very very important, which are very very important. And it's always said that maturity is more about developing skills, yeah, having the wisdom maybe to tackle issues, and maybe having what we call emotional intelligence. And this one can be influenced by multiple factors like the upbringing. I heard of a story of a certain guy whose parent died when she was very young. The parents died when she was very young, and this lady, this lady didn't have anything to do, and being the firstborn, since the parent had died, the lady had now to fit. The lady had to fit in her parents' shoes, and she could always say that she could struggle in any way. She was 16 years old, and she was the firstborn in the family of three. And since both parents died, the lady didn't have anything to do apart from now taking the possession of the parents, trying to raise the other kids. And she could she when I listened to the whole documentary, the radio was very very sensitive on the hardships, on the way that she had to interact with different people as a way of ensuring that she could put food on the table, for the other siblings. And through that experience, through that hardship kind of upbringing, she really used to say that she really had a lot of struggles to ensuring that her family was well retained. And this one is no this one now, it's like someone who is very young but maturing very fast, because of the hardship that maybe has just set in. You see, the others that factors such as personality and conscious effort, they are also very very critical, especially when now we can be able to define if someone is mature or not. Therefore, issues such as upbringing is very very sensitive, because at the end of the day, maturity comes with a lot of orientation. I have also heard of stories of maybe ladies, yeah, maybe she's a lady, and probably maybe she has been brought up in a in a very affluent family, where the family really had everything, had the house manager, had maybe resources. And then at the end of the day, because they didn't have the hardship, they get to a point whereby you just hear a lady, maybe she is 50 years or 40 years down the line, and maybe she confesses that she has not even be able to do some of the household chores, like maybe cleaning the dishes, cleaning the house. And when you listen to their story very critically, you'd always be able to get that at the end of the day, since they didn't have that kind of an experience, then you don't expect them to do much in terms of handling some of the basic issues that we might be able to attribute them to be done maybe by a lady. And therefore, upbringing is very very sensitive, especially when now we really want to see a person or an individual from the maturity point of view. So upbringing is very very key. Personality, there are people that have very very strong personality, and different people have different personalities. There are those that have personalities in such a way that they are very young, but at the end of the day they just want to sit. Yeah, like in our African context, it's always presumed, or it's always assumed that when you sit, or when mostly you are spending your time maybe with the old aged men and women, then for your case, you have a very high probability or possibility of maybe acquiring a lot of knowledge. So you find that there are those people, like in our African culture, whereby maybe they really love sitting with old people, and in the process they learn a lot of issues that maybe other people do not, they cannot even be able to conceptualize. So therefore, personality is also very, very vital, especially when we talk about maturity. Thank you guys for joining. If you are here, if you haven't liked the live, kindly guys, let's do so. Thank you so much for the like. And if you haven't subscribed, I'm also beseeching you guys that you may be that you may subscribe, and I'm going to appreciate as we take our channel to 2K. As we take our channel to 2K subscribers, guys. We are also asking a very, very simple question. Between experience and age, which one do you greatly believe contributes to one's maturity? Between experience and age, which one do you greatly believe contributes? Thank you so much for voting. So you can vote. You can also give us your thoughts. Tell us if you believe that if you believe that maybe age really contributes to maturity, or if you really believe that experience contributes to maturity. So let me know, guys, and I'm going to appreciate. So personality and individual personality is also very, very instrumental, especially when we talk about an individual's maturity, and the conscious effort. Yeah, how much are you putting? Yeah, how much are you putting, maybe to think of various issues, various issues, and how do you tackle those issues? So how much time you put to think about various issues is also another key determinant that we can be able to attribute to say maybe this person is more mature than the others, because maybe they put a lot of effort to listen to some issues, maybe try to analyze those issues, and maybe come up with effective solutions on how maybe to handle the entire thing. So that one is also very, very key, especially when we talk when you talk about maturity. So these factors, they are very key in such a way that you find maybe they are very young people, but if you compare, the type of skills, maybe the type of knowledge, the type of skills that these young people have, you always find that if you compare them maybe with other people, you just find that those young people tend to be more mature compared to those old adults. And the reason is simple. They might have probably put a lot of effort, conscious effort, maybe to think about various issues. Maybe their personalities are so strong in such a way that they are able to interact and to lead them, yeah, maybe with people that are really, really focusing on critical issues, and maybe their upbringing, yeah, as we have said, maybe their upbringing have been very, very vital, especially when they have been handling some of the key issues. So it's always very, very critical to understand that these are some of the key issues that maybe can make someone to be more mature, compared to compared to someone else. The other issue that we should be able to relate when we talk about maturity, there is need for us also to appreciate that when we talk about maturity, age also remains to be yeah, age also remains to be very very essential, especially when we talk about maybe an experience that someone has, because it's always said, as we keep on advancing in age, we have a lot of life experiences, and the essence of us having life experiences each and every day, it's a rich way that can lead us to what we may call greater maturity, especially emotional maturity. And I will really want to agree with this perspective that when we talk about age and emotional maturity, I think we can really be able to see that, because I have seen in very unfortunate cases where maybe maybe a certain family maybe loses a certain family member, you see. But the best person or the best people, to handle the entire case, especially in our African context, it's all about the mature. It's all about those old people, because we perceive that they have what we may call the guiding power, they will be able to guide us, they are going to guide us maybe through the grief process, yeah, and in the process they are even able to handle the situation at the best, unlike maybe where it's all about young people handling the entire process. So they do it with a lot of, thank you so much for the like, thank you so much for the like, thank you so much for the like. Let's keep on subscribing, let's keep on liking the live, as well as we can send in our comments, and I'm going to appreciate. So you just find that if someone is maybe older, and maybe we have that unfortunate case where maybe a family member is lost within that family circle, in our African culture, we always tend to give that obligation, or we always really want to give that responsibility maybe to older person, because older person, they can be able to reason better, they can be able to handle that issue with a lot of maturity. And I think at the end of the day, we are able now to stabilize with time. So that one is very very critical, especially when we talk about the issue of emotional maturity. Then we have the essence of the brain development. It has always been said that brain development is also very very key, especially when we advance in age. Yeah, we are always said that we are always told that before the age, at around the age of 25, uh, you know, everyone think they are mature. Very true, Stephen Wajiro. Yeah, thank you so much, Steve, for joining. Yeah, everyone think they are mature based maybe on the way they act, on the way maybe they think about various issues, and that's now where now the entire thing lies. Especially when we say, do you believe that age or experience or none, should be used, especially when we talk about maturity? Yeah, maybe now for your case it might be none, because if you look at experience, you don't need experience for you to be mature. If you think about age, I might be 14 and still at the end of the day I'm mature, and that is it. Thank you so much for that contribution. Yeah, I agree. You see, the way we handle issues at the end of the day, really, and one thing that I really appreciate about as African, even if you are doing something and you don't really understand the outcome of that thing, we always believe that we have handled that thing with the best knowledge that we have. And you see, you cannot tell me that I was not mature enough, maybe when handling that issue. And at the end of the day, from my brain, from my thinking, from my doing, I really handled that thing from using my best capability. So I agree with Steve that everyone, despite maybe their age, despite maybe their experience, we always want to believe that we are very much mature. You see, and that's the reason why you'd always find that, you see, nowadays, one thing that I love about nowadays, we have this kind of brief generation, even some of the key decisions that were being made maybe by the older generation, even the new generation is coming in and saying, hi, guys, we should also be part and parcel of making some of these critical decisions, because at the end of the day, the decisions affect all of us holistically. You see, so it's not all about maybe believing that since you are older, you can have a better solution maybe than a younger person. You see, so it's all about having the kind of perception, having the kind of orientation that even the younger people can be able to handle different issues in a very different way. I may think I'm matured, but the other person may see otherwise, maybe according to one's experience. Yeah. I have always met those cases, whereby maybe I act in a different way, and maybe I get a chance to interact maybe with another person, and they always tell me, you know what, I think you didn't handle that issue with a lot of maturity. See, so they are trying now to judge. They are trying now to judge the way maybe I handled that issue based on their experience. You see, and some of them really, and also we have those guys that always believe there are some of the key issues that should be handled by probably another person. You see, and at the end of the day, now you just remain at a state where you still believe that even though I made that decision, I think I handled that decision based on my best capability. So I agree with Steve. We are always, when we make decisions, people based maybe on their age, other maybe based on their experience, they can really come and say, maybe you handled this issue in a mature way, maybe you didn't handle this issue in a full way, maybe you ought to have done ABCD for this issue maybe to be complete. That one is also very, very present in our lives. I agree. I totally agree. But one thing that I really love about the entire thing, it's always said that, being at a certain age is not a guarantee that maybe you have the real level of maturity. You see, so maturity is not really a passive thing. Maturity is not really a passive process. So at the end of the day, I have heard people saying, that person is very much advanced in terms of age, but the way they handled that issue, I think even a younger person would have handled the same issue maybe in a better way. I think you see now that kind of a thinking, eh? So one thing that we should appreciate that, maturity does not really come with age. So we cannot be guaranteed that the more I advance, the more maybe I become better in handling some of the key issues. Yeah, you might find that there are some young people, or maybe there are some other older people than me, that maybe they can handle a certain issue in a more better way. So it's not guaranteed that we'll be mature as we keep advancing in terms of our age. As we said that upbringing is very, very instrumental. especially when we talk about maturity, you know, because at the end of the day, each and every parent, they have their own style, or they have their own form of way, maybe of teaching their kids on how to handle different matters or different issues. See, there are people, you know, each and every family setting has its own value, and based on those values, that's where now we can say that, you know, kids are really delivering what we call maturity. And this one can, it's always say that the upbringing, yeah, the upbringing can really make one to be very mature, you know, based on the values that were really injected maybe by the parent. For instance, there are those parents that really believe, you know, in injecting maybe the Christianity values to their kids. Hi Corinne, how are you doing today? How are you doing today? Thank you with a lot of love. How is Italy? How is Italy? There are those that you will always find. Maybe they were brought up maybe from a religion perspective, and therefore, even the way they act, even the way they think from the line, from that thick line of maybe acting from the religion perspective. Yeah, but there are also those other families, maybe where the kids were maybe uh, wow, I'm trying to copy this so that I can be able to. Yeah, there are also those other kids that maybe their values is all about the traditions, and it's well and good because they are also going to think from the traditional point of view. Yeah. Thank you, Corinne, for wishing us a very good evening. Happy evening to Corinne. Thanks. A lot of love. So you just find that maybe those kids, they are really brought up maybe from the traditional point of view, and they will always think, you know, from the traditions point of view. You know, that one is also very instrumental when we talk about, you know, when we talk about the issue of maturity. Yeah, the aspect of personality, as we said. Array, how are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining. How are you doing today? Happy Friday. Happy Friday, and thank you also for voting. And thank you also for voting. Guys, thank you also for voting. Between experience and age, which one do you believe contributes to maturity? 60% are saying experience, 40% are saying age. That's the result, guys. I'm fine, Aria. I'm fine. I'm doing good. I'm fine. I'm doing fine. Thank you so much for joining today. So different people have, you know, they see different issues differently, and that's the aspect of personality. Yes, how are you doing today? How are you doing today, Aria? How are you doing today? How was your Friday? How was your Friday today? How was your Friday? I hope you are doing fine. Thank you. I can see you. I can already see you. And big shout out to you for joining today. Thank you so much. Our new moderator. Our new moderator. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much with a lot of love. Thank you so much with a lot of love. How was your day? How was your day? How was your Friday? Yeah, guys, subscribe and like with a lot of love. Guys, subscribe and like with a lot of love. So guys, personality is also very fundamental because different people take different issues differently, and there are some issues that might be very instrumental to you. Thank you. Let me just pin it. Let me just pin it. There are some issues, guys, that might be very instrumental to you, but but those issues, they are always replaced. Okay, thank you. I think I have pinned it. Those issues are very different. They are always very that issue, and maybe another different person with a different perspective. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for coming back. That depicts the level of maturity, that depicts the level of maturity. Also, I think experience also plays a fundamental role, especially maybe a person that have experienced a certain journey, and they really want they really want to handle that thing or that issue for the second time. At the end of the day, to them, they can really be able now to handle that issue from a more better perspective or from a more better position, because they really that thing is really occurring, or it's coming back for the second time. So that one is also very key, especially when we talk about the element of personality. So different people, as we say, have different views, or they have. Why am I the only? People have been commenting. We had a lot of people. We had a lot of people before. So personality very key. Personality talk about the issue of maturity. Conscious effort, as we said, this is where we can be able to learn from the past mistake, and I believe that learning from the past mistake is one of the best way that can really make us mature. Probably we mishandled maybe at the beginning of the time. It always gives us an opportunity, dynamics, and maybe handle that process from a more better position. Finally, guys, overcoming challenges is another great way in which we can say that someone is more mature, because at the end of the day, those individuals have been able to navigate. They have been able to handle very complex situations maybe before, like the issue of gray to tackle, being anything that might be seen to be negative. If you are able to maybe for the first time, you can think. I think that's where that's all that we had today. It was all about trying to understand which one between maturity, between experience and age, where does the line lies, especially when we talk about maturity. And from the results I can see 60% are still saying experience greatly contributes to one's maturity, and age comes second with 40%, with people saying the more you advance in age, the more you should be more mature, of which is also a very good postulate, or it's also a very good theory, because as we keep advancing in age, as I said before, we have a lot of life-based experiences, and as a way of ensuring that we handle these life-based experiences, then we are able to handle the issues very, very effectively, very, very effectively. Thank you guys, thank you guys. Does maturity comes with age or experience? That's our question today. Does maturity comes with age or experience? 60% they are still saying, uh, maturity should come as a result of experience, and 40% they are still saying, maturity should come as a result of age. Both answers very much correct. Both answers are very much correct, and yeah, it all depends with one perspective. It all depends with one's view, which is very, very important, especially when we talk about these issues. Maturity does not always come with age. Sometimes age comes alone. That's my part in short. This is a quote from John C. Maxwell. You know, this is a quote from John C. Maxwell that says maturity does not always come with age. Sometimes age comes alone. So, guys, thank you so much for always contributing. Let's meet tomorrow, same place, same time, and may God bless you guys.